Good morning, y'all. I couldn't sleep last night because I was angry and pissed off because I feel fat and I'm not fat. Even if I am fat, why should I be annoyed about it? It's just stupid. I'm not down with this. I hate the fact that I have internalised fatphobia from a culture that only cares about making profit of my misery. I hate that it divides me against other people that I feel are thinner and prettier than I am, and I am mad about it. So I'm dealing with this by doing yoga in my undies. I had an actual list of what I was going to do this morning, which is unusual for me, so we'll see how it rolls. I'm just going to start by closing my eyes and feeling my crankiness. I've been working on making space for this feeling without beating myself up about it and without it tipping me into the process that the power structures, the kyriarchy, want me to go into, which is I feel fat is bad, therefore I must take measures to A, punish myself for my fatness, and B, pursue thinness. So I'm going to start by taking my hands onto one of the places where I feel that fatness, which is my belly. And working on being the impartial observer of my belly. We get told a lot about self-love as if it's a switch that you just flick. Woohoo, now I love myself, I'm fixed. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. Sometimes it helps to break the goal that seems impossible down into more possible segments. So this is why I'm starting with the impartial observer, which is hard in itself. It's really hard. I am observing myself, judging the hell out of my belly. That acceptance is an important, a big step along the way to actively loving ourselves. I'm noticing the way my belly expands with my breath, and I'm allowing it. A lot of time, because we're told that expansiveness in our belly is not okay, we spend a lot of time holding it in. I'm working on allowing this expansiveness that occurs naturally with my breath. And I'm feeling some moisture around my eyes, which is good. It's a symbol that this is important, that this is part of my truth. And as I feel my belly expand on my inhales, I'm anchoring down through my lower body into the earth on my exhales, reminding myself that it's my birthright to take up space in this world. And that's complicated. I have a whole bunch of privilege. So if I'm honest, I get sent the message that I can't take up too much space from several fronts. Not just from oh, don't be fat, it's unattractive. Spend some money on becoming thin. But also, I'm the product of generations of white supremacy, of colonialism. I am only living in this country because I haven't been kicked out. And that's amazing. I'm grateful for that. But there's a big sense that this is not mine. This country is not mine. But conversely, this earth is mine. I have as much right to be on this earth as anybody else. I did my first degree in theology, and as I see it, that's a training in holding conflicting truths at the same time. Or in Alice in Wonderland terms, believing impossible things before breakfast. I'm allowed to take up space. This earth is mine. I live in someone else's country. But I live in someone else's country because of another system of power. This is why I like to talk about kyriarchy, the rule of power. It's not just about gender or race, although it is about those things. It's about class and it's about money. For me, that's the big one. It's about money. Money is power, and I don't want to be giving that power, that little that I have, to something that oppresses me, that tries to keep me small. I'm just going to gently start moving. So, lovely little sway from side to side, connecting to that fluid energy of the sacral chakra, of the second chakra, the belly, the expansiveness. I'd love to do this undulatory movement and notice where I'm leading from in my body. Often it's my shoulders. Sometimes it's my head. I can direct the energy of primacy down to my lower ribs. Now I'm thinking about leading my undulation from the lower side rib. Taking that depth of breath that allows me to be expansive, allows me to take up space. You can add arms, reach in the direction of my undulation, let them trail as I flow to the other side. We're going to stay over this next side, reach the arm up, press down through my hip, and expand through this whole left side of my body. I'm finding it really useful to think about lifting up through the obliques on the contracted side. And exhale, release, flowing over to the other side. Inhale, make length. Exhale, press down through the hip. Using that inhale to take up space all the way through the side. Fan the ribs open, let the rib cage get expansive. On the inhale, I'm going to come all the way up, look up. Exhale, twisting one hand to opposite leg, other hand behind the back. Inhale, really tall, taking up space vertically. Exhale, grounding expansively to my lower body. Inhale, unwinding, reaching high. Exhale, twisting the other way. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come forward. Feel some lovely cat cows. So I'm spreading my fingers a lot. Lifting out of my foundation, and then inhale, reach to the top of the head, through the base of the spine as if they're trying to kiss each other behind me. And again, long through the belly, long through the front of the torso. And then exhale, round, as if the forehead is kissing the pubic bone, send the spine to the ceiling. Inhale, lift, get really expansive to the front. Exhale, round, get expansive through the back, release that head. Inhale, long through the front, sending the heart forward and up. Exhale, round through the back, send the thoracic spine to the ceiling. One more, inhale, round, arch I should say. Let that belly get long. Exhale, round. I'm going to make my way up into down facing dog, extending one leg and the other. And pedaling out. Another thing that really got to me, yesterday a friend posted her yoga practice and talked about how she was feeling that she put on weight during lockdown and her yoga was feeling different in her body and she was having a hard time with that. And someone commented saying heels down and down dog, and I was just like, I just want to rip your legs off. You do not have to have your heels down and downward facing dog. I mean, you can, sure, but look what that does to my shoulders and back. It is not for me. Does it make me a bad yogi? No. I was already a little riled up by that point. Another thing that annoyed me is I was looking at my friend thinking, yeah, gorgeous, I would love to have a body like that, but I have a body like this. And I am working hell hard against the power structures that want me to be dissatisfied with this body. Let's walk to the top. It's seriously a pretty good body. It can run, it can walk, it can climb, sway it out. Maybe take the opposite elbows. Release the head. And inhale, come all the way up. Find the tripods of your feet. Exhale, bring your hands into heart center. We're going to come into some balance postures. Because some balance is probably what I need in body and mind. So let's inhale, take the arms out, cactus then. So the elbows bend. Exhale, we're going to bring the right elbow under the left. You can grab your hands or give yourself a hug. And then sliding your spine down, bend the knees. Heel your right foot off. And wrap the right leg over the left. Now totally cool to bring your right big toe to the floor for balance. And I call this eagle pose, fuck this noise variation. So my arms and my legs are doing all kinds of twisting, which is therapeutic and which is interesting. But right now I'm going to come home to my centre. I'm going to try and let the arms and legs do their thing, and I'm going to concentrate on lengthening through my spine, lifting up through the tripod of my left foot and finding stability in my centre. Coming home to the space of my body, space of my being, because there's a lot of noise in the world that wants to pull me out and distract and disturb me. Let's inhale, unwind. Exhale, come back to both feet on the floor. We'll cactus the arms again, and we'll pass the left under the right, grabbing the hands or the shoulders. Get tall, slide the spine down, peel the left foot off, and wrap the left leg over the right. Nice. Come home, find that centre line all the way up your body. The roots out of that right foot. Soar the crown of the head all the way to the sky. Inhale, unwind, reach up, and exhale, release. Let's bring the hands to heart centre again. I'm going to take my feet about hip distance so I have a little balance space. And I'm going to bring my weight into my left foot again. Take the right leg and take it back for a lunge. So tucking the toes under, we bend into the left knee. Lengthen up through the torso and step the front knee over the ankle. Now I really like this cue of drawing the thighs towards each other without moving. That helps me get stability in my pelvis. Inhale, tall, steady through the hips. Exhale, we're going to reach out, twisting over the left shoulder. Over the left shoulder, twisting to the left. Take up space with these arms, it's like warrior two. We're going to inhale back to centre, keep the arms wide. Exhale, twist open to the right, keep that right hip forward. Inhale, centre, exhale, twist to the left. Last time, you can have your palms out or up. Nice. And now on our inhale, we're going to press through the right toes and we're going to come forward. I'll bring your hands to heart centre, pointing my right toes. Exhale, reach that leg back, coming back into our lunge. Nice. Inhale, come forward, lift the knee, point your toes. Exhale, glide back, lunge. Inhale, come forward, lift the knee, point the toes. Exhale, glide back for your lunge. Drop that back knee low. Inhale, come forward, lift and point. Exhale, glide back and lunge. Inhale, lift and point. It's okay to fall over, I totally was yesterday. Exhale, last time back into the lunge. Inhale, coming up. You can grab that knee just for fun if you like, get full of a little circle. Anchor down through the tripod of your left foot, and we're going to externally rotate the right thigh, send the knee out, flex the foot. Ankle over the lower left thigh, and we're going to sit. So standing pigeon, you can do this seated or lying down or holding on to something. Anything with the arms. Sometimes I like to reach them long, sink the hips down. focus on keeping your centre. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release that right foot. Give the left foot a little stretch out if it would like. I certainly would. And we'll come into the other side. So feet about hip distance. Let's start with hands and heart centre. Inhale, bring the weight onto the right foot. Peel the left foot off. Exhale, reach it back. Find your lunge. Front knee over the ankle. Anchor down through that lower back. Get tall. Inhale here, strong through the hips. Exhale, open out to the right. Wide, expansive arms twisting from the waist. Inhale, centre, keep the arms wide. Exhale, twist to the left, left hip forward. Inhale, centre. Exhale, last time to the right. Inhale, centre. You can bring the hands to the heart. Exhale, press forward and lift that left knee. Inhale, reach the leg back, lunge, drop the left knee low. Exhale, press forward, lift. Inhale, lunge back, lower the knee. Exhale, press forward, lift. Oh, bad yoga, not. Inhale, reach back, lower that back knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lunge back. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lunge back. Exhale, lift. You can grab that knee. Circle the foot. For some reason I find with my left foot, if I'm looking at it, it won't circle. Externally rotate that left thigh, flex the foot. Ankle over that lower right thigh and we sink in. I feel I have to be quite careful about this idea we sometimes have in yoga of trying to make ourselves the same left to right, because we're not. And is it okay to work on that? Yes, that's good even. Is it okay to let it get to the point where it's just another form of body shaming? No. My body will change, that's okay. It's fine, it's good even. But that doesn't make my body good now and bad when it changes, or vice versa. It's my body, it's always good. It serves me, it deserves to be looked after, deserves to be treated to as much comfort as I can find for it. Let's inhale, come up. Exhale, release, wiggle out through that right foot. Okay, another little balance thing as we come down to the floor. So I'm going to start with my feet about hip distance. I'm going to come into a toe balance. So I'm going to go ahead and lift my heels, press across the transverse arch, the ball of the foot. Let's find my balance here. Then lifting the heels, pressing the front of the ankle forward. Finding as much balance left to right across the ball of your foot as you can. And then really strong through our core, we're going to start to bend the knees. My hips are going back, but the length of my spine is staying stable. I'm not rounding, I'm not arching any more than my natural curve. And then you're here. You wobble and wiggle and come to the floor or play with your arms. Play with your balance. And then I'm going to widen my knees out, coming towards Malasana garland pose. So you can have your heels high, or you can wiggle around and bring them onto the floor. Whatever feels nice. So we want to still keep that long spine as much as we can. You can also use props under your heels or your hips to help feel that length, so we're not rounding in, we're not super sticking our butt out, which I can't do because of my body. It has its limitations like everyone. I'm really using my glutes to rotate my thigh bones out. Gently pressing my elbows into my inner thighs. Starting to feel a little cramp in my right foot, which is interesting, so I'm going to do that cramp trick. Take my index finger in my philtrum, ring finger to one side, thumb to the other, and squeeze towards the centre. Maybe you can reach the floor with your hands, lift tall through the chest, and we'll just take a little fun twist. So reaching out through that right arm, use the glutes and lock, send the right thigh out. Inhale back to centre, exhale other side. Inhale to centre, I'm going to use my hands to engineer myself to kneeling. Now first I'll just pitter-patter out through the tops of the feet. And then I'm going to come into lion, so I'm tucking my toes under. And coming up. Bring my knees out and my heels in. So it feels a little weird. You can do this here with the toes tucked under. Anywhere that feels comfortable. We'll just be here for a few breaths. So I'm pressing hard with wide hands into my thighs. I'm going to inhale, and on the exhale, we open the mouth, stick out the tongue, and roll the eyes up. So this feels wonderfully fierce. I love it. When we exhale as well, we're pressing very much into the thighs. So you'll find your shoulders and your chest lift. So we'll do 3 rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Gently releasing. Put a pat of the feet out again if it feels good. And I'm going to come onto my back. Cool. Feeling the spine on the floor, feeling the curvature of the back on the floor. And then I'm going to turn my legs up. Start with a soft point on the feet. Feel the sacrum connect to the floor and keep stability through that lower back. And I'm going to inhale, bring my legs out wide, little inner thigh stretch. Exhale, cross one leg in front of the other. Inhale, wide. Exhale, cross the other way. Keep going. Inhale, spread. Exhale, cross. Inhale, spread. Exhale, cross. Now, if you like, as you do this, you can keep that lower back really firm against the floor and slowly bring the legs a little lower. As soon as anything starts to change, that lower back starts to pop up. That's where you start coming up. So when you're ready, there we go. Gently crisscross your legs back up to where you started. And then let's flex the feet. And we'll do the same thing. Inhale, spread. Exhale, cross. Inhale, spread. Exhale, cross. I like to work on my turn out with this one. Mainly because it helps me not whack my feet against each other. Bringing it down just as far as you can keep the integrity of your spinal curvature on the floor. And then bringing it up. Obviously, no, not obviously, you don't have to bring them down at all. You can just stay up here. This is still awesome work. And bring the legs together. Let's bring the knees in. Give them a nice big hug. Self-hugging is surprisingly rewarding. So let's take a big inhale. Exhale, curl up. Forward towards the knees. You can wrap your arms around your lower legs. You can grab your feet. Whatever feels nice. Big inhale here. Exhale, we'll release. Let the arms come out and then take the legs over to the right. For a nice twist. Feel free to adjust the angle of the knees, of the hips, so that this feels good on all your joints. And that includes the spine, right? It's just kind of a whole string of joints. So you can think of it that way. So you can allow the shoulders to relax into gravity. Let the forehead get smooth. With much kindness, bring those knees back to centre, and we'll go the other way. Adjust however feels good for you. Start to lean into the support of the earth. And then with kindness, come back to centre. Let's give ourselves another hug. So inhale, exhale, curl up. Inhale, lots of love, and exhale, release. Coming into our Shavasana, so however that wants to be for you today. We'll just take a few moments, releasing into gravity. Allowing the earth to hold us. Practicing observation of our breath. I like to talk about the three anchors in my yoga practice. One is gravity, the earth. One is the breath. And the third is sensation, and it's not just physical sensation, it's any sensation in your being. And that can be connected to physical sensation as well. So it's an invitation to observe and attend to whatever it is that calls your attention. And this can be hard, this can be scary, especially if it's something like, do I deserve to be here? how do I deconstruct the internalized kyriarchy structures of power that have become embedded within my being, so that I can become a happier and more loving person. What actually is wrong in my life? These can be troubling questions, right? They're not easy to answer. The answers are not easy. So this is an invitation to take a contained amount of time to attend to any questions like this which are calling your attention, that are important for you. Whenever you're ready, start to move your body in any way that feels lovely for you today, because that is your birthright. And in your own time, in your own way, transition to a comfortable seated position, giving yourself some gratitude for taking this time for your body, your mind, your spirit, and listening to my angry rants about internalised fatphobia and kyriarchy. Anchor down into your earth. Inhale, get expansive, reach the arms out and up, take up space. And exhale, slide the hands through to heart center. And we'll close with the sound of peace and consciousness, the sound of Om. Inhale. Fingertips to third eye center, inhale, and together say Namaste, the spark of divinity that's in me acknowledges the spark of divinity in you, the spark of divinity in Topnora, the spark of divinity in our cat. Sometimes it's easy, but that spark of divinity is there. Everyone. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find ease in your life. May all beings be happy, be healthy, and find ease. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be putting up a more straightforward, happy Hatha yoga practice on my YouTube channel this weekend around the solar plexus chakra, and we'll be back for regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday half-hour practices at 8 AM on Facebook Live next week. Namaste.